Hi, I'm not going to talk too long because I don't want to be on here too long. But I'm doing okay. It's the day before Valentine's Day, and we're all going out, the whole family, as usual. Um, Hope you like my hair. It's growing, thank God, and I'm going to grow it long again. I am still heavy, but I'm losing weight, so that's a plus. I've been trying to exercise and stuff like that. It's never the same because your body isn't the same. You know, and everybody says you'll get back to normal. You get, you still have the neuropathy in your feet. You have rheumatoid issues. If you had them before, it gets worse, which I did. If you have problems with your spines, your neck, your bones, whatever it is, just gets worse. So you really can't go back. I talk about synapses and muscle memory. The thing is that the chemo really destroys and weakens your muscle, and that poison never really leaves your body. Although the cancer may be gone, the fact is that your body doesn't react the same. So what I did do is they were giving me the shots that were a lot less, making me sick than the medication. However, even when I got the shots, I didn't realize until they gave me a brief time off the shots that I felt 100% better because they were blocking every hormone. So I have only whatever's coming out of my thyroid, and they didn't want to feed it because it's an estrogen. It's a hormone receptor positive cancer. However, I feel 100% better. Almost 100% better without the shots. I'm getting my energy back, my strength back. I still have some setbacks they don't go away. The loss of bone, the weakness of the muscle doesn't exactly go back to the way it was. So, when I'm trying to run, although I have it's like having another body on me. It's like having another extra 80 pounds on me. It's funny because I'm running around the backyard. One of these days, I'm going to get a video of this. If I can ever get the weight off, I'll fly. But my son's next to me. I'm trying to train him. And that's hard because I'm trying to run. In the meanwhile, he's like looking at me. And he's looking again. He's like, He starts to stop running. Or jogging rather. And starts walking. And then starts walking slow. And he's like, this is easy. I don't have to do anything. I was like, really? Thanks a lot. He said, just jog. So yeah, it's a hoot trying to watch me run. So it's nothing like I was before. So in my mind, I have all this kung fu attitude, and meanwhile, my body is like I'm trying to drag a fire station truck, like it's tied to my waist. Then I'm like, so that's what it feels like. Your muscles are actually that weak, not even to be able to carry the weight. I used to be able to bench my own body weight. So I should be able to handle this kind of weight on my body. But the fact is it's not the same. If I used to throw a sack of 80-pound potatoes on your back and somebody tells you, all right, start running with them, it doesn't matter what you're lifting. If your muscles are weak and no matter what you do, they're kind of, the poison, the chemo kind of affected that. And then there's hormone blockers, which stopped you from the muscles from building and the bones from getting the things that they need. It's not like, hey, you're gonna get back to it. Don't worry about it. It's quick. It's not. It's like a trial. I think going through the chemotherapy, the hair loss, and the weight gain, that whole process was easier than the post-traumatic syndrome. The post-traumatic, getting back to it, waiting to get back to it was harder. Is now harder journey. It's a longer journey. Getting this out was a quicker journey than going through trying to get back to where you are. So when they say, oh, it's no big deal once you're done, you'll get back to where you are. They say it takes about 2 years. Yes and no. It takes a little bit more, it'd probably take about 3 years. I'm going on maybe, let's say, I was diagnosed in 2013. However, chemo and everything didn't start until summer of, I had surgeries and stuff, but everything as far as chemotherapy starts and the hair loss starts and all of that process started in the summer of 2014, and it's now 2016. So it stopped, or August 2014. So if you take it when it stopped around that time, and I mean, yeah, there's other surgeries and reconstructions, but that doesn't, it's your body just doesn't go back. Even if I was exercising, then I might have maybe a slight advantage, but it's down and up, it's down and up, it's down and up. So eventually it will go down. I mean, right now it's muscle, it's gone back up because of all the muscle gain. Muscle weighs more, so don't be, if you are on this journey and you start lifting weights again, and you notice your weight goes up, don't freak. Especially if you're eating right. That's just muscle being heavy. Once the muscle starts to develop and get stronger, what happens is it starts to get all the oxygen burns fat, and then all of a sudden you start seeing the weight drop off. So that's what I'm hoping to right now. So my max weight from the chemotherapy made me go up from 120 to 208, or 10 if you want to round it out, 208 at max. So now I'm at 182, and losing. So it's like up and down, like it'll go maybe up a pound or two and then go down a little bit more. And then so again, it fluctuates that way. So once my body really starts getting used to the exercise and stuff, if the weather, keeps staying the way it is. I have a gym membership, no problem with this. You tear a lot of things. For example, my ankle. So going on my feet already have the neuropathy and spurs. So even walking just is painful. So let alone trying to get your heart and lungs exercised. I mean, walking at a fast pace. If you're not like me, where I'm already physically active or used to be, that's okay. You could run, but the fact is it's not my lungs that are stopping me. It's my feet that are stopping me. It's the weight on me. It's like you can't. It's like pulling more. So it's a little difficult. Never exercised before. It's even harder. But that doesn't mean you should stop. That means you should just start, slowly. And if I go to the gym, my mind is and my brain is looking at weights that I used to pick up, 45-pound dumbbells. For my back, 75-pound dumbbells, and I get competitive with myself. So what happens is that I end up hurting myself because I want to go to where I was, but I can't. So I have to try to start slow. So going into a gym is actually a little bit more dangerous for me. I have some weights at home, so what I do is I work out with my son, 10-pound dumbbells, even though they feel heavy, I get upset at that because they shouldn't feel heavy, but they do. Those are baby weights to me, baby weights. To somebody who's never exercised before, they should feel heavy. Always start with the heaviest weight you can lift without hurting yourself and work your way down. That's a pyramid down. In fact, it works very well. Matter of fact, if you do that, you do as much as you can with the heavy weights, then go like the next 5-pound dumbbell, 10 to 8 to 6 to 5, or however many weights you have. If you only have two, like a 10 and a 5, then just do 10 and then do the 5 pounds. And then if you can add on weights from there. If you get more weights, then start it with a little bit heavier, maybe 15 or a 12-pound weight, and then work your way down. You'll notice that when you're stronger, you're able to lift more. Problem is when people do is they start out with light weights. Let me start with the lightest weight. Now that depends on who you're training and what they're looking to achieve. If you want to build more muscle, that's good. People are not going to get too big. Every little girl's worried, I'm going to get too big. Unless you have steroids, you ain't going to get too big. You're just going to lean yourself out because muscle is leaner and your fat's going to burn around it. So the ones that start off with a lightweight, what they're doing is they exhaust the muscle on the lightweight. So when they try to go heavier, they can't make it because the muscle's already depleted its energy. And it's like, I can't lift any more than this. That's why you should never pyramid up. You should pyramid down. So try to find something that you can lift that's the heaviest thing that you can lift without hurting yourself. It's like really heavy. Maybe you can only do like maybe count maximum 5 on each arm. Okay? That's fine. That's okay. Because you're doing it in small increments. If you get a 12-pound next to that, if you're at the gym, then next week do 12, 10. Always do 3 sets, 12, 10, and then maybe 5 or 8, depending on how you're doing it. And then you'll find that once your muscle breaks down and repairs itself, it recognizes that weight. Then you push it to a little bit heavier. Go to the 15. Start off then and then go down. I've done it with plenty of clients. It works like a charm. They don't know, actually, when they have a trainer, they're talking to the trainer about their problems the same way you go to a hairdresser and you talk about your problems, and it's back and forth and what's going on, that they're throwing weights on you and they're here, pick this up, pick that up, they're spotting you if they're throwing weights on there that you don't even know. They trick you sometimes. That's what I used to do. I used to trick my clients. I used to get them talking, and then I would go and put weights on. I keep monitoring what kind of weights I know they could do, and then I put a little bit more on without them even noticing it. And then I very little bit. I would touch my fingers to the bottom. They really, it's really mental for them because they really don't realize I'm doing it. And that's, like I said, that's if your body is working the way it's supposed to be working, without all, the problems. But, the chemo, it's a little harder. Have a little sympathy for yourself because I understand. I mean, as a trainer, I understand. If some people got back into shape right away, they were lucky. They lucked out. Apparently my hormones don't like me. I had that problem when I was pregnant. They didn't like me. I couldn't do a treadmill. I felt like I was sick. I was going to fall off, not throw up, but fall off. Weights I couldn't do. I couldn't do anything cardiovascular for some reason. And it wasn't just the weight on my body. It was more like an ill feeling. So it's very weird, hormones. So if you're feeling awkward or weird or something's not right, just don't do that. Try something else. That might help. So that's just my advice. I actually just wanted to get on, because I haven't been on in a while, and say Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. I know it's a day early, but I'm celebrating a day early. We're going to go to the movies after we have dinner at Tumbo at the Japanese restaurant. Tumbo in Florida, in Newport Richey, or Port Richey actually, is one of the best Japanese restaurants. And you can ask my sister because she is nitpicky. She came from New York down here, and she knows her mixed drinks, and she knows, I know my sushi because I've been doing this, I'm 45, so I've been doing this a long time. Anyhow, so I've been eating sushi, but she knows her beverages. I mean, I even though I was a former bartender, I know that some people just have a knack, and she has a knack. She likes her Grey Goose, and what she does is she one day she came with me over the summer. I wanted to go, and her husband said fine, and then she said fine, and then I took him to Tumbo, and I ordered some sushi, and then she ordered a drink, and it was made so, to her, she was in awe because she goes everywhere. I mean, she's traveled pretty much like a lot of different places, and she knows all the best places to get drinks and stuff. They made it better than, she says, oh my gosh, and the sushi she loved. She said, oh my God, this is better than in New York. I said, yeah, I know, that's why I come here, because I try places and sometimes they go downhill, they're good, and they stop, and then this is like another place. I'm so glad. It's like, and you wouldn't think that it would be where it's located, that it would be a great place, but it was new. The guy's meticulous at Tumbo. I have to say, this restaurant is excellent. I mean, if something's wrong, he fixes it. If when I ordered a sushi, some places made it one way, so they made it a different way. So what he did is he didn't even charge me. He gave me a whole thing of sushi for nothing. He'll come out, of there, and he'll ask how everything is. He's very meticulous about his place. So everybody, Tumbo in Port Richey, Florida, you'll love it. It's absolutely great. They are wonderful there. The bartenders are wonderful there. The chefs. If you ever have a problem, you just let them know. They'll fix it. If there is a problem. So I have to just say that we're going there, and I'm really happy because I haven't been there since, wow. Don't think I went there for my birthday, but we might have. And then we're going to go to see the movie. Oh, God. What is the name of that movie now that we're going to see? It's brand new, just came out, and if I can get the, okay. I don't know if you can see me, but I can't see you because I got this up. Where is, here we go. Movie, theaters. Oh, come on, give me a break. Really? Crown Club, come on. Part of the Crown Club, I have the thing, but God forbid they fix this. No, it's not this one, it's not Marvel's. So, come on, really? Movies, okay, here we go. Oh, Finest Hours. There it is. Okay. Yeah, Disney's Finest Hours. It's based on a true story. And it looks like it's going to be a good one. We went from, like, we were going to see Star Wars because I really wanted to see that. And it looked good and everybody was in agreement to that. But you want to know what? When we saw the coming attractions trailer of The Finest Hour, we all said, that's it. I mean, amazing. I mean, let's put it this way. If the movie's not that good, whoever did the trailer, kudos. Because it took us right away from Star Wars right to that movie. So, and it's available in the 3D version, which I'm not crazy about 3D versions of anything. It really just doesn't do anything for me. So, problem is that that's what's closest hour to when we're going to eat. So, okay. I'm not going to go to 10 o'clock movie. I'd rather be home. And then tomorrow, breakfast. Oh, church first, because it's the Lenten season. We're going to go to breakfast to Bob Evans. Usually we go to a different place near us. It's called Central Park. They're Greek from New York, and they have really good breakfast there. But we're going to go up to the same direction as the mall over here. That's not that great, but we have a wedding to go to, and I have to get my son something. And I'm really out of style. I really don't know what's in and what's out, but I want to get him set up first. And if you've seen any photos that I had on my Facebook or my Instagram or my Twitter account, you'll see that it's he's just gorgeous. Of course, I'm going to say that I'm his mother, but I'm not kidding. You know, I put these clothes on him just to see what they look like. They were clothes that I had to actually bartend in and had to have them tailored. They were really expensive suits. I put them on him, and then he looked so adorably sexy for his 15-year-old self that I threw him on. I said, get on the bed, and I was fixing his clothes, and I was making him pose, and I made this little GQ thing, which I actually had a misspelling in, and that was not my fault. They did that autocorrect. I wanted shelves, I put selves, but it's a big deal, so what? It's not like I've gotten misspelled stuff from a lot of people. Anyhow, I'm gonna get off. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Of course, you know the story of Valentine, right? I bet you don't. Okay, well, let's see if I can go with the short version of St. Valentine's. Although you can Google it. Okay, St. Valentine was a priest. His last name was Valentine. And what happened is the emperor at the time felt that if married men would not go to war for him, if they were married, they didn't want to leave their wives or families and stuff like that. So he forbid anybody to be married. So St. Valentine, or Valentine, the priest Valentine at the time, felt that the men would be committing sins and the women be committing sins just to be with each other, because obviously, you know, in the Catholic religion, you should be married, not having sex before marriage. And they felt if they were in love and wanted to be together, or they wanted to, something like that, the men are just going to either go off and just sin, or the women, or the men are going to sin with the women that they love, you know. And so what he did is he married them in secret. All the couples who were in love that wanted to be together, he married in secret. And he did this for a long time until he was found out. When he was found out, he was thrown in prison. And I believe he was beheaded. He was beaten first, tortured, beaten, and beheaded. But before he was beheaded, he sent out these letters, and to the people that he knew, there was communication going back and forth, and he just said before he died, remember your Valentine. And that's where pretty much we get the remembrance of Valentine's Day and the love and affection for couples on Valentine's Day. So just so you know, somebody had to be beheaded. So have a little more respect for your Saint Valentine this year, okay? And when you get a Valentine gift from the person that you love, try to remember who's responsible for that, and maybe say a prayer or thank them, even if you're not religious, okay, for that. Because that diamond ring on your finger, that engagement on Valentine's Day, that was all his doing. That was because he didn't want to see couples parted. Okay, so I hope you all do well. Don't worry about me. I don't have a couple. The only couple I have is the couple I had for my lateral mastectomy reconstruction. That's my couple. I hope you thought that was funny, because I thought that was funny. Anyway, I will hopefully get back to you soon. I know it's been a really, really long time, but oh well. Have a happy Valentine's Day. Ciao.